Hey, Dan here, and in this video we're answering a question about ENFPs and our tempers. Do ENFPs tend to get angry? Do we tend to blow up? Or is this particular ENFP who wrote me just one of a kind? Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, this is Dreams Around the World, and my mission here is to help you become the best version of yourself. The question comes to us from Danielle in Costa Rica, San Jose specifically, which is kind of cool because that was the first place I lived when I left Canada and started traveling the world. Now, Danielle says, I'm wondering if you have any information on ENFPs with strong tempers. I am so short-fused and I wonder if it's an ENFP thing. I am so critical and a perfectionist, so I'm not really tolerant of mistakes, and this is something I'd like to work on. Awesome question. As I thought about it, more and more different things came up. Now, right before filming this video, I was actually booking tickets for a flight to Ireland. I'll be in Dublin this July. And I booked it through this company, Ryanair, which if you're not familiar with them, they will do everything they can to steal from you, to screw you, to confuse you. Oh God, anyone, if you do not have perfect eyesight, their website will find a way to sell you life insurance 3 different ways. And of course, tonight, they definitely got me with one of those tricks where they crashed the site, and then when it reloaded, the price was more, but I was screwed and locked in because I'd already booked other flights connected to that flight. And why did that get me so mad? Well, I don't think it's about being a perfectionist. I think it's about being an idealist. As an ENFP, we want people to be good. We want justice. We want things to be right. And when things aren't done right, for me at least, that is definitely one of my triggers for a short fuse. So no, you are not alone, Danielle. At least you and me are in on this together in terms of being ENFPs that can have a bit of a short fuse. For me, I definitely feel it when I sense someone as being unjust, maybe trying to steal from someone, or just incompetent and lazy. Definitely the idealist part of me that sees how things could be and sometimes does not have very much empathy for the reasons behind someone's screw up or dishonesty or whatever else. Now, this is definitely one of those videos where I want your comments and feedback, my ENFPs, if you're watching this. So either now or at the end of the video, just in the comments, just let me know your own experience in terms of your temper and maybe if you have a short fuse or all the patience in the world. I think being idealist, seeing the best possible outcome or potential, combined with our introverted feeling, we make a lot of our decisions based on how it feels to us. We have this internal compass of right and wrong. And we like to think that what we think is right is always right. But ENFPs have not exactly been strangers to becoming dictators and slaughtering large amounts of people. So in the moment, it may always feel right, may not always be, maybe get a second opinion. And that's something that actually a lot of rational thinkers have helped me with. And sometimes they do water down my fury. If I'm really angry about someone that I feel is unjust, if I see some company that's blatantly lying or some person online making claims I know are BS, I get really fired up about it. And sometimes it does take a more rational thinker to just bring me back to reality. And I don't necessarily think that's a good reality. I don't necessarily change my opinion of this company or this person being wrong, but just bringing back to that middle ground of like, hey, this is human nature. This is the world we live in. You don't need to maybe invest so much emotions being upset about this injustice or whatever else. Now, truthfully, I don't know what's better or worse. Is it better that we get so fired up and we use that anger and that superpower of ours to right wrongs? Or should we learn to mellow out a little bit more and accept a maybe lower standard for society? That is something that I personally think about and deal with, and I don't have an answer for you right now, but maybe it will be a topic for another video or discussion we have. Now, one thing I will add to this video is that whatever traits we're talking about with a certain personality, whether it's punctuality, or temper, or social levels, like how much you like to be around people, it's definitely going to be influenced by your society. So if you're coming from Costa Rica, where people are known to be a little more fiery, get angry, the dynamic between people is definitely different than what you might see in Germany or in Canada, then everything is going to be relative to your group and your society and what you've learned is acceptable and what you've learned that hasn't. I like to joke that an ENFP who tends to be late, who is German, will be 3 minutes late. an ENFP from Spain will be 3 hours late. And that's just how we adjust relative to our cultures. And it does get really interesting to look at how our culture and our upbringing fuses with our personality and shapes our behavior, especially around what we maybe perceive as acceptable or not. And I'd be curious to hear your experiences in the comments with that as well. If where you grew up, was it acceptable to get angry, to yell, to have a fit? Was that allowed? Was that something that was encouraged? Was it discouraged? And how you think that may have affected your own relationship with anger and your temper. So leave your thoughts below in the comments. Thank you for watching. And if this is your first time here, do consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting the bell. I publish new videos each and every week. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video soon.